The NBA season tips off on October 17th, and the opening of training camp is just around the corner. The Golden State Warriors are set to defend their title as they have won 2 of the last 3 championships and will enter the season as a huge favorite to win it all again. The NBA awards are always filled with surprises, unexpected winners, and dark horse candidates. Most of the big moves have already been made, and it's time for my awards prediction. Just like any other season, much of the league's landscape has changed. As players move around, some players' roles changed. Some players could be looked at to take the next step or take a step back for the team to achieve the ultimate goal. In this video, I will give my top 3 candidates for Rookie of the Year, 6th Man, Most Improved Player, Defensive Player of the Year, and the MVP award. Let's get it. The first award I'll talk about is the 6th Man of the Year award. Coming in at number 3 is Raptors guard Norman Powell. The Raptors are counting on a big season from the 3rd-year guard. Toronto wasn't able to upgrade their roster too much this past offseason, so more consistent production from a player like Powell is crucial for a team like Toronto. Even though his skill set has grown since he entered the league, he is more known for his toughness and high-level tenacity. In the playoffs, he played up to his potential, scoring around 12 points per game as he shot 44% from beyond the arc. He can guard every perimeter position because of his ridiculous 6'10" wingspan. Being a reliable 3-and-D guy should have Norman Powell in the discussion for 6th Man of the Year. Coming in at number 2, Rockets guard Eric Gordon. The reigning 6th Man of the Year will be in the mix for the award once again. He was able to average around 16 points on 37% from three-point land last year. Now he has Chris Paul on the squad, which will only give him more opportunities and open looks. For the first time in a long time, Eric Gordon was able to stay healthy and contribute to a winning team. He came off the bench and found a comfort zone in Mike D'Antoni's offense. If he can stay healthy like last year, Gordon will have a chance to win back-to-back 6th Man of the Year awards, which has only been done by Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf. And my 6th Man of the Year award winner is 76ers forward Dario Saric. After the Sixers traded Ersan Ilyasova at the deadline last year, Saric started the final 25 games and averaged around 17 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists per game, finishing 2nd for Rookie of the Year. Most likely Saric will be coming off the bench, which may suit his game better. The fact that the 23-year-old will be surrounded by more weapons coming off the bench should only boost his numbers, and being in a situation like James Harden was when he was with OKC. Dario has the tools to fill the stat sheet in many different categories, which will make him a serious candidate for this award. The next award, Most Improved Player. At number 3, Jazz guard Rodney Hood. With 2 of the best scorers from last year's team gone, Rodney Hood could be the logical choice for the team's go-to guy. The 6'8" marksman has a versatile game and has the potential to give you at least 20 points per game. The thing he has to work on is consistency. He's a good pick-and-roll player and is athletic enough to finish at the rim. There's not too many proven offensive options besides Joe Johnson and Rodney Hood. Hood will have no choice but to accept the role of the team's #1 offensive option, and I believe the results will be promising. Coming in at number 2 is Lakers forward Brandon Ingram. He had a rough couple of months in his rookie year as he was bullied and pushed around due to his slight frame, and that was to be expected for the most part. But his shooting woes was a big surprise. But as the season progressed, we saw Ingram's confidence grow, and he started to show why he was the 2nd overall pick in 2016. His confidence and efficiency he showed in the one Summer League game this year is something we didn't see in his rookie year. He displayed an improved physique in both strength and muscle. Add to the fact that Lonzo will give him endless easy buckets, Ingram could also average at least 20 points per game, as he will be the Lakers' go-to scorer. And my Most Improved Player winner goes to Nets guard D'Angelo Russell. In his 2 years in the league, Russell's play has been nothing short of a roller coaster ride from on the court and off the court. At times, he showed the potential to be an all-star at some point, and other times, he looks overwhelmed and looks disengaged during games. But it's no doubt that the talent is there. And after being traded to the Brooklyn Nets this past offseason, he finds himself once again as the face of the franchise. There's absolutely no reason why Russell can't live up to his potential with the opportunity he has in Brooklyn. There's no other players on the team that has a higher upside than D'Angelo. He'll go into the season with a chip on his shoulder by the simple fact that the Lakers gave up on him for another point guard. Whether the Nets have the worst record in the league or not, I expect D'Angelo Russell to show everyone why he was one of the best prospects to come out in 2015. The next award up is Rookie of the Year. Coming in at number 3 is Lakers guard Lonzo Ball. The Rookie of the Year awards race should be as competitive as ever this upcoming season. Most fans don't expect Lonzo to put up huge numbers in his rookie year. I believe he could easily average a double-double in his first year with the Lakers. We all expect him to make a huge impact on the team's ball movement. Lonzo will bring an exciting brand of basketball to the Lakers and will make life easier for players like Brandon Ingram, Julius Randle, and the rest of the squad. And Lonzo is also a terrific rebounder for a guard, so he'll be able to stuff the stat sheet in many different categories, putting him right in the mix for the Rookie of the Year award. At number 2, 76ers forward Ben Simmons. Joel Embiid would no doubt be the Sixers' top scoring option, but the team offense will run through Ben Simmons. With his unique vision, passing skills, and rebounding ability, Simmons should be an immediate triple-double threat every single night. He isn't the best scorer or shooter, but he will find ways to put up enough points in transition, drives, and second-chance opportunities. Being one of the main players to possibly lead the 76ers to a playoff berth and his across-the-board production should help his case for winning this award. And my Rookie of the Year award winner goes to Dallas guard Dennis Smith Jr. Smith is a high-volume scorer and will be given the keys to the car in Dallas from the start. And that's a great formula for a rookie to win this award. I'll be surprised if Smith doesn't average at least 17 points per game in his rookie year. He has the explosion and the fearlessness to be a top point guard in the league in a few years. The Mavericks haven't had this kind of point guard in franchise history. Somebody that can constantly put pressure on the defense throughout the game and create opportunities for his teammates. Smith could help make the Mavericks a sleeper pick to make the playoffs, because most people don't think the Mavericks have a chance to play in the postseason. Last year's finalist for the Defensive Player of the Year award was Kawhi Leonard, Draymond Green, and Rudy Gobert. It's hard to deny that those three will be fighting for this award once again this upcoming season. Green can literally guard every position on the floor and has incredible defensive awareness. Gobert's combination of length, timing, and lateral quickness makes him the league's best rim protector. Leonard's huge hands make him a terror on defense. Don't play around with the ball when Kawhi is guarding you, or you'll get your feelings hurt. Draymond Green won this award last year, and to be honest, I can see either one of these players winning this award for the next couple of years. But this year, I have Utah center Rudy Gobert taking the crown. The Jazz big man made major strides last year as a rim protector in the middle of the Jazz defense. Gobert's defensive win shares was the second highest in the league last season, while the Jazz were one of the best post-defensive teams in the NBA. And most likely, the Jazz will be one of the best defensive teams in the league this upcoming season, and they will be led by their new franchise player, Rudy Gobert. And last but not least, the League MVP Award. At number 3, OKC guard Russell Westbrook. The reigning league MVP will be in position to make it 2 in a row this season. Nobody expects him to duplicate last year's numbers, especially with new acquisitions Paul George and Carmelo Anthony on the roster. It was a magical season for Westbrook last year, but he was forced to do literally everything on offense. Even though you enjoyed watching him dominate and impose his will on the game, you knew this was not the recipe for a championship team. Less is more. PG and Melo will allow Westbrook to pick and choose when to take over and not wear himself out by the end of the game. I expect lesser numbers for Westbrook, but higher efficiency. At number 2, Bucks forward Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis is coming off a breakout season where he was selected as an All-Star for the first time in his career. But to win MVP, he needs to be even better than he was last year. But so far in his career, that's not been a problem, as he has shown big improvements in each of his 4 seasons in the NBA. Unless he has a crazy season like Westbrook did last year, the Bucks will have to be one of the top teams in the conference. and it's certainly possible for the Bucks to be at least a top 4 team in the Eastern Conference, especially after it got weaker this past offseason. For the Bucks to be a top team, players like Middleton, Jabari, and Brogdon will have to also play up to their potential and stay healthy. Even if Giannis doesn't win League MVP this year, it's more evidence of how good this 22-year-old is at this stage, and he can only get better. And my League MVP winner goes to Cavaliers forward LeBron James. LeBron has 4 MVPs in his career and could very well add another one to his collection this season. His exceptional stats last year flew under the radar as he posted career highs in rebounds with 8.6 and assists with 8.7, while also averaging 26 points per game. With the departure of Kyrie Irving, maybe voters will consider his numbers more, since it will appear that he's carrying more of the load for his team this year. Isaiah Thomas will be out for the foreseeable future, which will make more of a case for LeBron winning League MVP. Just maintaining his level of production from past years should be enough to convince MVP voters that LeBron deserves this award after not winning one since the 2012-13 season. His 5th MVP would move him above Wilt Chamberlain and tie him with Bill Russell and Michael Jordan for second most MVP awards of all time.